Guys, Carlos Hidalgo here from KnoWhatDidSite.com, and this is video 5 of my 30 videos in 30 days. 5, of course, meaning 5. See, we're learning stuff already. And in this video, I want to take some time to talk to you guys about fear. I talk a lot about fear because fear it's a force that really dictates how we live our lives. And it works on the subtlest of ways. You see, everything that we decide to do and the things that we decide not to do is based off of how fearful we are of the outcomes. Okay, there are a lot of other things that factor into it, but ultimately it's how fearful we are. Okay, now I personally try to do one thing that scares me every single day. Now I don't always remember to do it, but it's one thing that if I'm faced with something that I'm afraid of, I will usually go through with it anyway. Okay, now I'm not saying to be careless and reckless. I'm just saying that, if you're afraid to do something and you know for the most part that it's not going to result in harm or injury or, anything bad, and you're just afraid to do it, well, you should get in the habit of going through with it anyway. And again, it's always good to be prepared. You never want to do things without looking into the risks of them. But, everybody thinks of what's the worst thing that can happen to me. And they live their lives off what's the worst thing that's going to happen to me. They'll look into something, they want to try it, they want to do it, but then they start looking at all the possible, not even probable consequences or bad outcomes. And then all of a sudden they make their decision off that. Oh, I don't want to quit my job and go after what I'm really truly passionate about because, then this will happen or that'll happen. Now, I'm not saying to quit your job and, just go after your passion. Obviously, you want to take the necessary time to prepare for that. But, what if you thought, wow, what's the best thing that could happen to me? What if I quit my job and I was able to make it happen and I was truly able to live by doing what I love to do? Doesn't that sound awesome? You see, the difference between those two is that you're starting from a negative, pessimistic point in one, and in the other, you're starting from an optimistic, positive reference point. You want to start living your life in a positive mindset at all times. You don't want to live in the negative frequencies of life. Okay, there's plenty of things that are keeping you down at the moment. We're programmed to need permission, to need other people's validation. We don't need these things, okay? This is insecurity and it's fear and it's just the negative frequencies in life. You want to operate from the positive, the uplifting, the higher frequencies in life. Positive thoughts, love, those types of things. So, getting over your fear, most people think that being courageous or having courage means that you just don't get scared. And that's not true at all. Okay, being courageous and having courage means that you get scared and you have fear, but you face that fear and you go after it anyway. You overcome that fear and you do whatever it is that you set out to do. That's what being courageous is. And it's hard to do because we're so used to just getting trapped in our comfort zone and, oh, it's okay, I don't want to try that because this might happen, so I think I'll just stay here and chill and I'll just sit here and be comfortable. It really is, it's an exercise. Facing your fear is like exercise. The more you do it, the stronger you're going to get and the better you're going to get at it. When I get in that habit and I have some momentum going, it's like suddenly you become fearless because you realize that all you have to do is face your fear and just go after it anyway, and chances are you're going to prevail because guess what? You have a lot more abilities and capabilities and things at your disposal to get you to success. You just don't even realize it. I mean, we underestimate ourselves all the time. We are so much more capable of so many different things that we don't even realize it. And so when you face your fears and you put yourself in those positions where you have to kick butt, a lot of times you do. And it's to no surprise because guess what? You had that within you the whole time. So get in the habit of thinking, what's the best thing that could happen to me? Okay? And really just start to live your life from that angle, from that reference point. And a lot of your decisions, you'll be surprised how many decisions you start to really like go through with, and how many things you actually, how many leaps of faith you start taking. Because when you're thinking about the good and you're thinking about what you can truly benefit from, those are the things that you start to focus on more, and those are the things that you're willing to actually try. So if you want to become more fearless and you want to live the life that you just ultimately see yourself living, take those leaps of faith and just remember that there are some good outcomes and you know, results from trying, from just trying at the very least. So that's all I have for you. Just, you know, what's the best that could happen to you? Go after it, face your fears, and just take that leap of faith and just go for it. And chances are you're going to prevail, because you are awesome. So I'll talk to you guys soon, tomorrow for video 6, and that's it. Laters.